Hey YouTube, this is NuggetsHoopster here, and today I'm bringing you all a regional deck profile from when I played at regional yesterday. I ended up getting 9th place after 8 rounds of Swiss, going 6-2, losing to a wind-up deck and a Lights Horn deck. And I think I'm just going to go right into the deck profile, and then I'll talk about the actual tournament after I show you guys the list. So I played Inzektors, and here we go. So, 3 Dragonfly, of course, 3 Centipede, of course, and 3 Hornet, and then the last Inzektor monster, Gigamantis. I almost didn't play this guy. I was going back and forth on whether or not I should play him, and I was glad I did play him, just because there were some scenarios where, for example, you could summon this guy, you would say activate effect, and they would Veiler it because they would think that you had a Hornet, but then you could just use Gigamantis to put onto him and then just smash over whatever they had, and then they lost a Veiler and whatever monster you just ran over because Centipede got boosted up by Gigamantis. So yeah, Gigamantis was really good. And I mean, yeah, I don't think I really have anything else to say about the Inzektor lineup. You guys should know what they do. Next, 3 Maxi and 2 Effect Veiler. Fortunately, you have to play these right now, and it kind of sucks because if you have to play these cards, then you know the format's pretty bad. But I mean, I was really glad I ended up playing these because since this was a regional, I knew I was going to play against a lot of rogue decks, and I did. I actually ended up playing against a different deck every single round, so I was actually surprised that these cards worked out as well as they did. Just in a format like that. But at major YCS, you obviously want to make sure you have these. But so your 5 hand traps, and then I ran 1 Mystic Tomato, 1 Armageddon Knight, 1 Sangin, and 1 Reaper. I found this lineup to be really, really good. I had been testing this lineup for a while, and it was working well, so I didn't see any reason to change it for regional. Pretty much, I think Armageddon Knight is pretty bad, honestly, because late game he doesn't do you anything. So I didn't want to play 2 of him, and I feel like Tomato is slow at times. So I didn't want to play 2 of him either, so I just played 1 of each. And then Sangin obviously is really good because it just searches for the Hornet to your hand, or you can get the Dragonfly to your hand, of course. And Reaper was actually probably my favorite card of all day. Just because, like, he just sits there till you draw your Hornet to blow up their stuff. And then also, this guy ended up being in my banish pile a pretty good amount of the time. And I was able to make, where is he? I was able to make Leviathans quite a bit and bring this back. And that's a really strong play. If you can get a Leviathans and then bring back your Reaper and start poking them, it's a really strong play because they don't want you to, because they don't want you to keep this out, or otherwise they'll just keep bringing back, so next turn you'll bring back another banish monster, so they want to get rid of that, but at the same time they don't want to keep losing cards. So yep, Reaper was really good. And Tomato, comment on Tomato a little bit, he's actually really strong late game because you can pull out the Dragonfly, and bringing out Dragonfly on their turn off of Tomato is a huge play because then on your turn, if you just start blowing up stuff, then you haven't already used your summon, so you're pretty much going to be getting massive amounts of card advantage by doing that. And then Armageddon Knight, obviously, is still good early game. I couldn't not play him since I wasn't playing Tour Guide, but yeah. So these were kind of my way to get to all my Inzektor stuff. And then last day I played Dark Arm and Gores. Gores is necessary. Gores won me a lot of games. And Dark Arm I think is really good. I mean, I feel like all the Inzektor players are playing it, but if you're not, you should. It's really good. So, that was it for the monsters. For the spells, 3 Pot of Duality. This card's really, really good, obviously. And I really like that I could play a deck where I can play triple Pot of Duality, just because I felt like this deck fit my playstyle really well, of not being super aggressive, but still being able to just like sit back and also be able to make a push when you need to. So, triple Pot of Duality, the 1 Allure. Allure is really, really good, like so good. I can't believe I didn't play this for a while. And I played the 1 Foolish Foolish was really good all day. Monster Born, of course. Dark Hole, of course. Heavy. And then I played Book of Moon. Book of Moon is really, really good. It's starting to become a lot better because of like Inzektors and windups. And Mind Control. This card's stupid. I'm pretty sure I've said that in a lot of my videos, but this card is really dumb. And then I only played one MST. I was, for a pretty long while, I wasn't playing any Mysticals main deck, and then one day I decided that I was playing against too many Dark World decks, so I decided to main one. And, I mean, I feel like the one was really, really good, actually, in the main deck, so I'm glad I did that. So, for the traps, played 2 Fiendish Chain. This card's obviously starting to become really, really, like, good in this format. And, I didn't ever test 3, just because I knew I wasn't going to be able to get 3. So, the 2 were fine. I mean, yeah, it was good. Then I played the 2 Solemn Warnings and Solemn Judgment. And then I played Trap Death Shoot. I actually only ever played this once, and that was versus Windups, and they already had a Rat and a Tour Guide in their hand, so it didn't really matter that I drew it. And then I played Mirror Force and Torrential. Even though I tried to make my deck more geared towards not okay. I tried to make my deck more geared towards windups and Inzektors, so that's why you notice I'm not playing any like Dimensional Prisons or anything like that. But I just chose to play Mirror Force because people just like overextend, and you can get free pluses off this card. And I was glad I played this card. I just sided it out when I thought it was bad. And then Torrential. I'm not sure if all Inzektor players are playing this, but I think you have to play this right now, just because of all the stupid stuff that's going around. So, yeah, it was really good. As far as the main deck goes, like, I probably wouldn't change anything, to be honest. Like, I was really, really happy with how the main deck played, and yeah, there's really nothing I would change about it. And then for the side deck, I played 2 Gemini Amps. I know a lot of people don't like this card, but I am a huge fan of this card just because versus Dark World, this is the only way that you can stop them from looking at your hand by you playing this on their drag down. And then also this stops the dumbest card in their deck, which is Card Destruction. And pretty much if they get off of Card Destruction, you lose. So I think that having this in your arsenal is good, and I actually ended up playing against a Darkwood yesterday, and this was helpful. So yeah, and also it's a free +1, so that's pretty good too. Whoop, that's not okay. I sided the 3rd Veiler. I sided it in a pretty good amount at the time, just for like plants and stuff like that. So plants and windups, obviously, and yeah, so 3rd Veiler, you need it. Double Packy. Packy is really good versus windups and versus Rabbit. I never really saw it all day. Like, I set it in, but I never drew it, so I'm not really sure what to say about this card, to be honest. And, yeah, I really don't have any comment on it. 2 Cyber Dragon. I'm definitely taking this out because I realize that even though all of the windups exceeds are machines, you pretty much, if they have gotten to the point where they have multiple windup exceeds, you probably lost already. So I don't know why you would want to side this in versus windups. Also versus like rogue decks, like anti-meta decks, I realize that the main deck is just strong enough on its own because it has stuff that can blow up their cards that you probably don't need to side this in anyway. So probably going to be taking this out for Thunder Kings because you need this to stop their windup factory. So there's that. Sided a 2nd MST. It was good. I sided it in a lot. And next up, played Triple Rivalry. Yeah, I mean, this was really, really good. It's very strong versus windups. It's strong versus plants. And, I mean, it's even strong versus Lightsworn, which I ended up playing against. And it's just a overall good card. I mean, it's good versus Rabbit, too, because if you have this out and they summon Rabbit, they can't pop for anything that's not a beast normal monster. So, Rivalry was good. And then I sided 1 Black Horn of Heaven. This was actually quite good. I sided this in against like agents and windups, and yeah, it was good. And then finally, I sided 3 Royal Decree. I felt that this would be good versus trap heavy decks because you could just play Decree and then summon your Inzektor guys and blow up their like entire field. And I actually this really helped out versus Dark World. I thought that this was a good card versus Dark World, and it was. So I'm glad that I decided Triple Decree. So that's it for the deck, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and feel free to leave me a comment below with any of your thoughts. Thanks.